Today I'm going to explore different sorts of cube twists. I've made these, I actually did a couple for as part of my GCSE a few years ago, and I made these little cube twists. A lot of people do them on the internet and things, I've seen loads of pictures of them, but I thought I want to explore the different options that you have, explore the different twists that we can do with this sort of a style of cube twist. Anyway, let's just get into it. Okay, I've marked out a section of 4 inches, just with some centre punch marks. I'm going to walk this chisel along, just marking out my lines, which we can then cut in deeper. As these lines, they want to be very deep, so we can sort of section off each of the cubes. Got it all marked out now. Heat it back up to a nice hot temperature and cut those veins, cut those lines really deep into it so we get those cubes coming out of the bar. Taking the chisel out just so it doesn't get too hot, so we don't ruin the temper on the tool. Take another heat for that side. Alright, the last side. I'll just neaten up all the lines if any of them need it. I'll let this cool down so we can then cut the cubes out, and I'll do this just with an angle grinder. If you do it hot, what can happen is the edges pull in and you don't get quite as a sharper cube if you do it hot. Anything when you forge with a chisel, I mean, you can see it on these sides, the edges get pulled in. So if you do that on the cubes, the top edge of the cube gets pulled in and it's not as sharp, it's not as good as cutting them in with an angle grinder or a hacksaw or whatever. I've marked out in chalk where I need to come in and make a cut for each of the cubes. I'm going to do it with an angle grinder just because it'll be quicker, but really you should do it with a hacksaw because a hacksaw will take out less material, so you'll have more volume in each of the cubes and it makes it look tighter and look better. I've also done it an extra 3 times, so I then have 4, and what I'll do is on this one I'll do 4 quarters of cubes, on one I'll do 3/4 of cubes and 1 plain, then I'll do 2/4 of cubes, 2 plain, and then whatever the last one was, I can't remember, I've already forgotten. Maybe 1 cube, 3 plain, and we'll see what the different effects are. Anyway, put some PPE on and then cut it out. I've cut all the cubes out. I've got the 4 cubed quarter one, if that makes sense, in the fire. It's time to twist them. I'm going to twist them with this wrench, and I'll do it vertically, as if I do it horizontally I'll catch my table, but I'll just have to keep going down and having a look to see if it's all even. wrench off that top there because it's moving too fast. Wrench off that next section. Not really got enough heat left, but let's see if it'll do it. Hopefully it will. I'm just going to take another heat just at the very end there. It just needs a little bit more of a twist. I'll heat the other bars up and twist those, and then I'll show you them all. We can have sort of a bit of a review and see which ones I like the best. This one's pretty cool. Here are the 4 twists. This one has all cubes. This one, 3, 2, 1. I think I quite like this one, which is a bit snazzy, innit? But then I'm not too keen on these 2. I think they're a bit, I don't know, it's uneven, if you know what I mean, because you have these 3 and then 1, whereas the one which is half and half is like the better version of these 2, I think, at least. You see it there. Just because it's all even and nice. It's just my personal preference, but it was fun, just little experiment trying to make them all. You know, I've only ever really made this one, and so figuring out how to do this and seeing how cool that one actually turns out, I was really happy with that. But it was a nice, fun experiment. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon.